Hey there. I don't know if you've seen this video that I posted on my Instagram.
This is what my dad looks like after escorting me to the road and my sister carrying my helmet. The bike is also very dirty. You see, they've been holding on to literally everywhere. Yeah. Some people called it the spirit of adventure. I don't know, man. This has been tough. Really, really tough today. Whoa, look at that.
Let's see what happened, because there's no better way for me to tell you the story. You come with me.
On my right. Aí. Wow, diro. Ini kan dia diro mana luar kota. Ah, diro ada. Why you money? Where to call a lily ma? What? I'm sweating so much. Where?
Okay, that's not even the full story. But now you kinda know what to expect, so let me tell you the full story. Ready? Let's go. The road from our home in the village is terrible. And the previous night, when I had the rain hit the roof, I knew that it would be a tough morning leaving home on my bike. But I didn't think it would be this hard. For context, from our home to the road where the tarmac begins is only about 2 kilometers. But it took me well over 30 minutes to get there. My mom passed on a few weeks back, and in attempts to repair this road, we made it even worse. My strategy here was to go slowly, bit by bit, to avoid losing traction. My dad too was with me to help give the bike a push whenever we needed to. This place is really muddy, and so the tires kept slipping and slipping, and tried to rock it back and forth. The bike went off. By the way, the bike went off 1,000 times. Luckily my dad was there to help me push the bike, because I was trying to rock it back and forth, it just kept going off. And even with the rocking, it's still not moving. It's pretty heavy. I was carrying all sorts of things. And because of the ground clearance, the bike kept struggling. Some parts on the under part of the bike kept holding on to the ground, especially the rugged parts with mud. Okay, there we go. Looks like it's moving now, so that's good. And it looks like things are getting better than they're not. Let's see. when gentle throttling is not working, then you gun it. You give it a lot more gas. I had to break it to you again, but I've barely got 100 meters from home and already struggling so much. We still have more than 1.5 kilometers to cover. The rear wheel kept sliding and losing traction, and so even though I was trying to steer the bike to I guess dry apart, but that wasn't working because the rear part couldn't get off the trench. Well, my sister is at the back there now. She's just trying to also help me get to the road. You will see just how helpful this becomes, because it got to a place where my dad and I couldn't do it alone, and she had to come in. There you go, gunning it, pulling the throttle a bit more, giving it more gas, and it passed. Looks like that strategy was actually helping, because the more I kept pulling in the throttle, the more I kept pulling the throttle and in the slippery areas, then the bike could just pass well. But of course that was a second result after trying the gentle moves. Oof, look at that. Very slippery. And if you have sport tires and such a heavy bike on these roads, it's hectic, man. It's hectic. Oh, the bike goes off again. You can hear the fan has kicked in. And that's because the engine is working so much, but there isn't much airflow. Okay, we took the turn here. This is a very slippery area as well. Oh, the bike is gonna fall. Oh, okay. My dad came in handy there. Goes off again. Pretty good area here. I mean, such places I could move relatively faster, but also still scared that I might lose the front wheel and the bike falls. It's getting so hot. So opening up my jacket so that I can get some air in there. But I mean, it doesn't help much. I'm baking, absolutely cooking in there. Ooh, the bike is gonna fall. Ugh. Oh, okay. Oh no, please hold it. So heavy, my dad can't pull it up, I also can't lift it up. Yeah, I just decided to let it fall. Okay, try lifting it, there we go. 1, 2, 3. And my feet slips. Okay, my sister needs to come in here.
Ai, Bikoni. Maka.
Where she took off her shoes. There we go.
Ah, dire.
Yeah, we lifted it as a family. That's very cute. Wait. Yeah, I've asked my sister to hold on to the bike so that I can get back on it. But earlier on, she was asking whether we're gonna get to the Tabak road. She was like, "Woo, will we ever get that?" Ooh, I'm very tired at this point, but just getting started. For context, this bike is very heavy. Stock, it's about 230 kgs, but I've done a lot of modifications on it, so it's added the weight. And fuel and myself on it, it's well over 350 kilos. So at this point, I was looking at where we're going to and trying to figure out where I'm gonna step and where the bike is gonna pass. You can see there's kind of a small patch in the middle. But my worry was that in case the tires slip, then I wouldn't be able to save the bike because there's nowhere that my feet would go. We're gonna step on. So we're trying to decide what to do here. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, if it decides to fall, then I can't rescue it. So we push it back. No, I asked my dad and sister to hold on to the bike. I get off the bike. And then, now, the thing is, it's either the bike goes into the trenches and I pass there riding it, or I walk in the trench and the bike can use that upper part. But also I can't risk running the engine, so we start by pushing it, and then I decide to bring back the engine to kind of drag it. So I'm playing around with the clutch just a bit for the bike to try and push itself as well. What you don't see here is that this is very scary, because in case the bike tilts the weight towards the sides, especially the other side, I can't save it. See, going into the trenches, man. Oh man, I mean, so hectic. And this is why also you kind of need to learn balancing the clutch on your bike. So in such areas you don't even need to pull the throttle, you just put the clutch in friction zone and then the bike pushes itself. Okay, time to get back on the bike. Man, at this point I don't even think we've done half a kilometer. But anyway. But I think we are past half of the very terrible section. I mean, it gets a bit better, but it's still bad. You'll see what I mean. Again, if ever in doubt, pull the throttle. So I had to stand off the bike so that there's not much weight on it, and then so that the tires don't sink that much into the ground. Of course, as I gave it gas. Oops. Okay, rocket back and forth. Yeah, finally. Oh, goes off again. You better get used to that now. And the cows. Gonna let the cows pass fast? Okay. This section was worse than you could. It was worse than what you can see. I promise. We worked on this section. It doesn't look like it, but it's way better than it was before. Trust me. I'm literally just crawling the bike. Okay, another dilemma here. I'm wondering which way I should go. Okay, I'll trust my dad's decision on this one. So, put the bike into the trench where it can't slide any further, and then pull the throttle and let it slide out of the trench. Ooh, almost fell right there. Lost my footing. Okay, goes off again. So at this point I'm trying to get the bike off the trench. So the front wheel is already off the trench. The rear wheel still is in the trenches. And so the more power I give it, the more the rear wheel slides and just drags along. Yeah, they're giving me a push right there. That might help. Whoa, I'm losing my footing. Whew, okay. Again, the bike goes off. Okay, clearly I'm very tired at this point. I need to rest. But let's clear this section first. Yeah, almost done with the terrible area. Almost, and there we go, just... Yeah, there we go. Okay, this area is a bit better. It's very slippery, but at least not as muddy as the previous section. That's my sister asking whether the road going forward is good, but I mean, obviously I don't know. I haven't been there. At least in the morning that I was leaving, I hadn't gone to check. So this section is less muddy but very slippery. You can see the rear of the bike kind of sliding.
Why you money?
Yeah, I need to rest.
Wait, Kokoro Lili ma.
The bike had thrown so much dirt on my dad.
What? I'm sweating so much. Where? What? Slippery sana. Kuro.
I bet you can see it on my face. This wasn't easy. So I give my sister my helmet to hold on to. I'm gonna ride without the helmet going forward so that at least I can breathe, you know? And also need to open up my jacket so I can get some airflow in there.
The treads are covered in mud.
Okay, let's go. Yeah, very slippery, and I'm losing the rear tire every other time. So I have to be really gentle on throttle and clutch so that I don't lose traction. And you can see it on my face right here. I was very tired. I'm breathing through my mouth. I'm all sweaty. Yeah, I mean, those kids are kind of wondering what's this in the village, you know? Whoa. Well, another slippery section. And I have to be really careful to move the bike sideways without having it fall into the trenches. My dad is giving me a push, so that helps a bit. See, I'm blowing sweat from my lips because I'm feeling so hot, so hot and sweaty. This is what some people call adventure, right? Yeah, this section is perhaps the best I've encountered so far. Yeah, less mud, still slippery, so gonna have to be really careful. At this point, I was really regretting wearing my rider jacket at this because it was really hot, and I should have taken out the jacket as well with the helmet. Oof. Okay, the bike goes off again. Yeah, I believe you can see it on my face. I'm very tired at this point. Well, now I have just a few meters left to the tarmac areas, but still, there is one big assignment left, and I'm almost there. Okay, at this point, decisions have to be made. So, turn off the engine.
Where?
Yeah, me too. Where? So, do I leave the road
Maybe kawa yao ka. Kumajua piko kale ni.
and
Lakini
use the tiny hole of the fence?
but ka lure. Yana nani?
Okay. Or maybe
What's the
just
road
push through the mud. That's kind of the conversation that's going on between my dad and I. So my dad is pointing the section that I mentioned, but looking at it, I don't think the bike can pass there.
Bia gipin kan.
So, you know what? Yeah, we're just gonna have to do the hard way. Oh,
Where?
but so much sight and some of it getting into my eyes. So just crawling it gently,
Chungi koni.
and I'm asking my dad to stand on the right side of the bike so that in case it slips and wants to fall, then he can help me hold it.
Cielo machien here.
So at this point, literally no throttle, just playing around with the clutch.
Namana roll. Pole tu.
Yeah, just rolling slowly, bit by bit. The good thing is this section is short. Yeah, we've got this. Okay, now just about maybe 200 to 300 meters left in the tarmac. Still, some huge assignments left, but at least the worst parts of the route, we've already encountered those.
Isichopoka lakini body.
So we joined this route, which is better than the one we're coming
I
from.
guess the difficult part is done.
But yeah, like I said, the difficult part is done. Whoa! Yeah, this wasn't easy at all.
Whoa!
Okay, now I can talk.
We really need good roads going to home. I think that's the hardest terrain I've done on this bike.
Yeah, me too.
Longest 2 kilometers of my life. Forget about Samburu Fesh. This is intense.
I mean, Fesh Rush was intense, but not as this.
Stony roads, sport tires. The bike is in the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong tires. Woo.
Oh,
Okay, I guess the only thing right is the rider.
duh.
I've had this bike before. 1.5 years now. Done 30,000 kilometers on it, so we've bonded pretty well. Food supplies from home. So many things. It's pretty heavy at the back on the rear wheel, and then now with me on it again, and the bike itself is heavy stock. That's an advanced riding training I didn't sign up for, but I'm grateful I've tried it anyways. The fan is coming on and off, on and off. The engine must be really hot, but of course it's not overheating. It's just that I've been revving so high through the mud, and it's not much airflow. Luckily, my dad and sister are home to help me, you know, so they are following me in places where I dropped the bike. They were helping me pick it up. I had to remove my helmet because I was just suffocating. It's just too hot. I'm sweating so much as well, so I guess this is also some cardio workouts that I didn't sign up for. Amosi. Hey. Alright sana. Whoa. Yeah, that's the toughest terrain I've done on this bike. Before this, it was in Samburu heading to the Sebache camp. I made a video with it, posted it here. You can check it out. Whoa, at least now the tarmac starts here. So first I need to stop and rest because I am feeling very sweaty and tired. My hands playing with the clutch and the brakes really intense, and yeah, so that I don't lose the front wheel, I was avoiding braking with the front brake, so I was only cutting power using the clutch. Sheesh. The bike is so dirty. Damn. I have to take off my gear first. Otherwise I might just faint in here because of the heat. Sheesh.
At this point, I'm happy that I've made it to the roads, but I'm feeling so hot that I have to take out my gear first.
Whoa. Yeah, all this is sweat. What? I think I have. Man. Yeah, so the tarmac starts from there, so it should be, the bike should feel back at home once I get to the tarmac.
Hey man.
But yeah, what a morning workout. I don't know what tough terrains have you done with your bike, especially if you have sport tires and you ride either a sport bike or a sport touring bike like myself. I think even like on an adventure bike, you'd perhaps do it a lot easier, but it would still be extremely challenging because of the slippery road surface, the stones, the mud, and the weight on the bike as well. So I'm carrying so many things. So yeah. Anyway, let me know.
Wait a minute. Well, thank you so much for watching this video, and really grateful for you. Please subscribe to my channel to support for more content. And actually, before we close, let's see what this tired dude has to say.
Well, that's it for advanced rider training class that, unsolicited. I didn't sign up for it, I didn't pay for it, I didn't ask for it. But I guess those are the times when you learn the most.
Thank you. and see you out there on the roads. Please stay safe and let me know in the comment section what is the toughest terrain you've done on your bike. Alright, see you later.